Alright, I think we're live. Woo! Welcome back to the stream, everybody. I was working on this earlier today for quite a while, and I mean, I had one crash when I hadn't saved in a little while, but other than that, I can pretty happily say, not that side, not that side. Ignore the right side of the screen right now. I'm really happy with where it's at right now on the left side here. So, today we're gonna continue. The goal is, I mean, let me just actually, like, turn off that left side. This is the left side. Um, as you can see, this side here is looking pretty nice. I can walk you through sort of some of the stuff that I did to it to make it look the way I want it to look. I did change a lot of things, and we have a lot of plans. But for now, the fact of the matter is that this is really nice, and since I changed so much from what was happening before, what I'm planning to do now is actually just scrap the descriptions that I've made for the other side of the head and just duplicate these ones and mirror them over. I think that'll be a lot faster and cleaner and more consistent. So that's what I'm gonna do. First, I'll just like tell you a couple of like major changes I made. So I got like a better understanding of clumping and how it affects how like dense the hair looks. So you can see on these bangs, like it probably looks a little messy to you, but frankly, it's just how it works. And I think when it's like all simulated with like a good shader on it, it won't look so very messy. And it also kind of depends on the density of the hair as well. Like, you know, you can see it stops looking so messy when it's really dense. But when the clump modifier at the beginning of the graph is higher, that means the clump is going to be larger. So the hairs are going to be more spread out. So I will move this at my own risk because you can't undo graph movements, it seems, which is really annoying. But if I make this value really small, you can see it exposes so much of my scalp and ends up making the entire head, the whole hair seem really thin when it's really not. It's not so thin. And so that's why I have that modifier, the graph, like it starts really high and it gets quite low. And that's another thing that I changed was that I made my clumps quite a bit tighter and really just cleaned them up because I think before the reason they weren't so tight was sort of that density issue was, you know, the hair seeming thin. And so my solution to that was having it start really, really thick. And then thin out, and so then you get that density in the root of the hair, and then it doesn't seem so bald, but the clumps still look nice and clean. A big thing that I did about this section here, which is just called top layer, it's not called top layer right, because when I named it I was like, I'm gonna do it all in one layer, and then I realized I was silly because guides have to go in opposite directions then, which means you're gonna get some hairs that are like weep. Hey Nikki, thanks for popping in. Thank you so much for saying it's nice. I'm really happy with it so far. I should also show my reference because that is definitely very relevant. So I went outside. Okay, I'm not gonna get the new version right now. Just later. Go away. I went outside and I took some reference photos. I should have done that ages ago, but I was like, I know my hair so well, and like I just didn't want to. I just didn't want to get up and go take pictures. So I took some reference photos to get the shape. And no, it is not perfect. But I realized, you know, with simulated hair, it's going to be really hard to get it exactly the same as an existing hairstyle that already is real. So frankly, I think it's a really good simulated version of the hairstyle that I'm supposed to have. Also, it was windy. So yeah, I am quite happy with where it's at. So there. So yeah, I was gonna say one thing I did about this section, the top layer, the right section here, is something I noticed by looking at this was that these curls, like, I mean, they're super loose up at the top here. Why is that? It's because the hair is long. So the hair is long, which means it's heavier, which means it's gonna be less curly. You can see the bangs are incredibly curly. They bounce right up. But meanwhile, all of these curls back here are very loose, you know, and almost more wavy, and then near the bottom they get more curly. So what I did was the curl modifier doesn't change too much on the way down. Like the curl amount is pretty stable, but the offset changes a lot. So we basically have a really low offset, meaning the width of like the diameter of the coil itself, so that you can imagine the curl is going around like this in like a tube, like woo 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 woo. And it's like you have this pen that's drawing a line like this, and going down. And with your curl effect drop down here, that's deciding how much this pen is moving. And then with your offset effect here, that's deciding how big this tube is, sort of thing. I hope that is a helpful analogy. Yeah, so if I have a big offset, that means I'm going to have a really big tube, and that means my big coil is going to be super big. And otherwise, it's going to be really small. So I have that offset be really small up here, so you can see it ends up looking pretty sort of straight at the top. It's not too curly at the top. And I really like that look that it gave me, like, over here. And then I got these nice big coils, which I do find often turn up in my hair. And I feel like you can't see them super well here, but maybe you can see them in person. Like, it was windy when I took this photo. But yeah, like, sometimes I get these really big coils on the side of my face. You can see, like, there's some really big ones popping up there. Anyways, doesn't really show what I'm going for. Thanks, Nikki. Yeah. So... yes, so yeah, I add that straightness and then that, and then I changed up the bottom layer. I previously had the bottom layer, I had some guides going to the front, because as you can see, some of my hair comes to the front. But I was just like, you know what, we'll maybe see what we can do with simulation and stuff, because it's not, like, the hairstyle doesn't go to the front. The hair just falls that way. It was just kind of awkward. I just didn't like it. I feel like the shape of the hair more naturally flows this way. And then it sort of ends back here at the, you know, at the base of the neck, at the top of the back there. I feel like that just felt more natural. I'll also point out, this is not a change from before, but I'll point out that the curl in the lower section is actually going the opposite direction as the curl from the upper section. This is true to how my hair often grows, although I will say in real life the hair is very natural, like it just curls randomly in whatever direction it wants to. That's not really something, I'm sure that's something you could do with modifiers, with expressions in Maya, but I'm not a programmer, so I have no intention of delving into that right now. But I wanted to sort of mimic that and add some like visual interest and some like sort of randomness or some interesting layers by having this bottom layer curl inwards while this bottom layer curls outwards. So you can see this curls this way, and down here this curls this way, like towards the front. So that's just a cool thing. Yeah, I was also having issues with like a lot of my, this is the last thing I'll mention that I changed off screen, but I was having issues with a lot of my curls. They ended really spiky at the end, like the hairs would like poke right out the end, and they'd just be really like frayed looking and weird. A couple things I did to change that. This music is very intense. It is Tangle Tower original soundtrack. I do highly recommend, though it is very loud right now. So a couple things I changed about that. For a while I was trying to avoid that sort of spiky frayed look by having the clump come down to like a really tight point, very cartoony like at the bottom. I didn't like that because like up close that wasn't looking the way I wanted it to. Like it was like this. Can't even see it. Like it was like that. And like that didn't look the way I wanted it to up close. Like I wanted it to look like this up close. I didn't want it to look like a cartoon up close, like anime. Very exciting music for looking at hair. Yeah. Yes, I agree. It's exciting 3D art. It's so exciting. Look how thrilling and exciting it is. It's so wow. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's true. So yeah, I didn't want the spikes, so I widened that out, but then that gave me that frayed look again. So a couple other things I changed. Most of these modifiers with the offset gets really small at the end. So you can see if I put it back up, it gets that crazy look again. So like I already explained, like that's making that sort of circle, that curl circle, really small. So it's sort of encouraging the hair not to poke outwards at the end. It's encouraging the hair to like continue to follow the natural line. Hello, Tal. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. So that's encouraging the end of the hair to sort of follow that line and not stray from the path. But then for some of the primitives, which is like the actual hairs that are coming in and randomly placing themselves based on our guides and our modifiers, for some of the primitives, they wouldn't follow that rule regardless of me telling them, hey, you should have a really small offset and you should like tuck in nice and snug. They wouldn't do that. And that's because they didn't have enough CVs, which are control vertices. because that's the thing that you can change in the primitives tab. The modifier CV count. I don't know why they call it the modifier CV. I would just call it the primitive CV count or the CV count. But I think they call it that because it's like the amount of CVs that the modifiers have to work with. So it basically just makes your actual hair strands more high def. It just adds more geo to them, basically. It gives them more edges. Because you can see they are not smooth little curvy splines. Like, they are sort of geo, really. So I just turned that up. And then other than that, yeah, those are the things that I changed. Yeah, I widened the clump out so it wasn't all pointy. Lowered the offset. And then it just increased the CV counts so that it works. And the only other thing that I looked at for that, I think, was the curl modifier, the curl effect. You can see it gets more dramatic at the end, which just sort of encourages the coil, I think, to, like, tuck up in on itself right at the bottom instead of, like, poking out. Because that's true of the actual hair. Like, you can see, like, these curls, they don't poke down at the ends. Why would they do that? Because at the end is where there's the least weight on it, right? Because it's the end. It's not holding anything else up, so it can just bounce right up freely, right? Like, boom, boom, right? These ends are not pointing down, right? So, I mean, especially this one, I love that. That's so cute. So yeah, I wanted to encourage that by I made the curl scale more dramatic at the end of all those. Although that doesn't really do that much, not nearly as much as the other changes. I did also do some density map changes, but we won't worry about that right now. I basically just added more density on both layers in the front here to match sort of how, excuse me, you can see how there's like quite a bit of hair falling here, where before I had the ear quite a bit exposed in the file. So yeah, those are the main changes. So now I'm gonna go about the hard work of mirroring it all over. Fitting music for how much I'm dreading this. Ooh, I'm not dreading it, but I'm scared. I'll say I'm scared. I think that's realistic. Okay, so I've just saved. I don't know if you saw, I was like really sneaky about it because I'm kind of like an expert. I'm kind of like a professional. Anyways, I'm going to actually get this started. I'm scared. I want my reference up. Okay. There we go. No! I have to put always on top on. There we go. Meow. That's fine. Okay. That's fine. I just won't be annoyed by the little blue line. Alright, are we ready? We're ready. Lol, rip. Good luck, bro. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate. I will try not to die. Okay. I'm gonna go in and... Okay. I'm wondering if... I'm gonna go bottom layer left. I'm wondering if I can... delete it from here. Yeah, I can. Okay, delete. Alright, it's been deleted. Top layer left. Nope, top layer left. Descriptions, delete description. Okay, now we just have bangs, top layer and bottom layer right. Again, I wish it was named top layer right. I don't know if I can change it. Select, yeah, I don't, what is select? Oh, wow, that's helpful. I mean, I'm sure it's helpful if you have like a shit ton of them. I love this song. This is a good song. It's Fifi's song, I guess. You guys should play Tangle Tower if you haven't. Just saying. Everyone watching, you should play Tangle Tower. Okay. We're just gonna do this. So I'm going to grab, let's start with the bottom layer. Bottom layer right. I'm gonna say duplicate description. Sure, we'll save the scene again. I'm gonna go bottom layer right 2. Oh, I bet if I want to rename the description, I could just duplicate it, rename it, and then delete the old one. I could probably do that. But I'm not gonna do that because that's silly. Probably. Maybe it's not silly, I don't know. Bottom layer left. Duplicate. Okay, and then we're gonna grab all of our guides and we're gonna mirror them over. What do you mean? Hold on. Top layer. Meh, meh, meh. Ooh, I could just do that. Oh, that's weird. That's a different thing. That's a different thing. That's a different thing altogether. We're not worrying about that. Bottom layer left. Yes, yes, you're very beautiful, I understand. Bottom layer left, gonna grab all my guides. Oh, okay, so like, I don't know why it didn't work before. I guess I didn't have them selected, but okay. Well, we're just, yeah, that's fine. In which case, oh yeah, right, my density map, so I gotta change my density map. I need to make a new one. Create map. Bottom layer left. Mask. Paint on. Nope. Paint on. Nope. Paint. Ah! Paint on black. Create. Interesting. I guess I already had a... Oh. I guess because I already had one named that, it just automatically... Very interesting. Okay, well, I'm still going to edit it because it's kind of ugly. I'm going to paint white over the seam because I do want a little bit of an overlap. Oh, I guess before I do that, I should paint it. I want a gray. I don't even know why I do this because, like, I don't know if it helps, but in my head it does. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna paint white. There we go. And we're actually gonna, I feel like when I painted the other one, I actually brought it over this way. Just a bit. Just a pinch. Very good music, very spooky. I went to the gym today, which is why I'm sweaty. If you think I look disgusting, don't blame me. That's it's because I was getting fit. And while I was there, instead of listening to music like a normal person, I decided to listen to a horror podcast. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Magnus Archives. It's very good. I am a muscle girly. I like to think so. I worked out very hard. I'm gonna be fully honest with you. I went a little crazy. I always do though. I just really like the gym, honestly. But I was listening to a horror podcast while working out, and so there's like all these people beside me who are like obviously listening to like some awesome music like Charlie XCX or freaking, I don't know, like Carly Rae Jepsen or something, or like just to name some random awesome musicians. Not sponsored. Oh, that sounds so cool. Yeah, someone I know told me that they're cool. But all these people around me are listening to like some awesome music, and I'm just sitting here like listening to this horrible story about a meat monster eating an entire family or whatever. And I'm just like doing my deadlifts, like squatting up and down, like while I listen to some story about like children getting turned into monsters. It's super fun. Honestly, I feel like it was good. I feel like it was a good decision in the end. I need to continue listening to the Magnus Archives. It's so good. I bet you're farther than I am, just knowing you, Nikki. I feel like you're probably quite a bit into it. I'm on like episode 22, I think. But it is really good. I got to the part where there's some other people coming in and telling stories instead of just the one guy. I won't say who or why or whatever, just in case anyone watching wants to listen to the podcast. It's very good. If you're in season 2, you're probably ahead of me. My dad is texting me to see if I'm still up. I bet he wants me to get him something. I'm gonna let him know that I'm streaming. Oh my word, Tally, you started listening to the Magnus Archives today? That's wild. Do you like it so far? It's my favorite when the characters get to talk to each other. Yeah, I love it. Like, well, and hearing the main character is such a sort of a stickler, right? And then there's Martin, who's like kind of he's very relatable. He's like the people's guy. And hearing them talk to each other and hearing like the main guy actually, or Jonathan, have like actual sympathy for him and stuff is really cool. The interactions are so good. Yeah, they really are. I really like it. And I like Martin a lot. I think he's really sweet. Okay, I'm gonna save this and then beep, there we go. We can see that's working now. It's beautiful. Okay. So, okay. anyone watching, if you know why this happens, feel free to let me know. But I'm having this weird issue with only these bottom layers. These random certain hairs, certain clumps, certain hairs, I'm not sure which, just aren't curly. They're just straight. And I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing that. Like, part of me wonders if it does have something to do with painting with gray. If it's a painting with gray thing, but I have tried very hard to, like, remove the gray and, like, see if that helps. And in the past, it hasn't fixed it. Like, that just made them go away, you know? You can see there's still this one here that's fully straight. So I really don't know what that's about. And it's very frustrating and annoying. I'm gonna try and ignore it, but it is getting in the way. So, if anybody knows what that's about, let me know. Okay, and the last thing that we have to do in order to sort of mirror this description over onto this side is we gotta pop into our modifiers and we have to reverse this curl. Because like I was saying, I like the bottom layer to curl inwards towards the face and the top layer to curl away from the face. So in order to do that, we basically just have to mirror all of these points, all of these, along this axis so that they're basically like over here. And I'm just gonna eyeball that. Yeah, because I can't, unfortunately it's on a negative number. I can't just like pop a negative in front of this value, or in front of this value, because that's not how it works. This is actually, it's not a 0 to +1 and 0 to -1. It's a 0 down here to like 3 up here, or to 1 I guess, because it's multiplying. Anyway, so 0.5 is our middle point. And then anything below 0.5 curls in one direction, and anything above 0.5 curls in another direction. I don't know why that is. I really wish it was based on 0 and -1 to +1. But we can't change the way it is. It's just the way it is. I mean, I'm sure I could do math to make it whatever. I'm not going to. I'm just going to eyeball it. Without looking at the curls, just in case they mess me up. Wacky indeed. Thank you for thinking it's wacky, because it bothers me a lot. Every single day. So I'm just glad that I'm not alone in thinking that. Okay, you know what? That's pretty good. I'm gonna leave that as it is. Woo! Let's see them together. Hey! 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 Look at that! Guys, it's so pretty. Love. I love it. Nice. Thank you. Let's do it again! On the top layer. And then once we've done that on both layers, then all we really have to do as far as the hair goes is do like some filler stuff, I feel like. Like, as you can see with our top layer. And this isn't super changeable. Like, it doesn't really fill in the part very well. And that's because a bunch of these hairs are going through this way. But the unfortunate truth about it is that that's, like, they're falling the way that I want them to fall. It just happens to be that some of them are going to go through the head. Which means what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill this in with another description to add like volume up here. So there's a lot of factors. You just got to trust me on this, okay? Okay. So yeah, that's like the only other thing I'll have to do after this is done, I think. Possibly, we'll see. Oh yeah, another thing I changed off camera is, oh, you think I'm smart? Thank you. Another thing I changed off camera is I adjusted the bangs quite a bit. I changed the guides. I replaced the guides in this area with 2 new ones. I could go into depth all about those changes. I won't. You'll get bored. But it was the right decision, and it looks better now. And so now I have more of a straight bang here with some longer bits on the sides, which I love. I love this. I think this is way better than what I had before, which was much more of like a U shape. Now this is more like, and then like some length on the side. This music is so good. Okay. Let's duplicate our other description. Okay, so top layer. Let's save. Let's increment save. Descriptions, duplicate description, top layer left. What was the error message we got there? That's probably fine. Honestly, it's probably fine. Okay, Top layer left. Pew pew. Let's mirror these. Why is it doing that again? Okay, so this is the issue that happened last time. I do have to. Oh, I bet I have to do this. Okay, top or left. That's probably why. There we go. Okay, that's the issue. I need to be in that description here and then also select them here. Alright, sure, that's fine. I feel like last time when I mirrored them, it didn't keep the old ones. But this time it did. Okay, I guess I'm just not gonna question it. Delete all those. Bink. Perfect. Okay, and then if I'm like our density map is still wrong, so it's not gonna look the way we want it to, but just because I want to see it. Ooh, look at how weird that is, because they're all coming from this side and trying to follow these guys. It's super funky. It is actually really cool. Look at that. Look at them trying to figure themselves out. So wacky. Let's fix that. Let's do density map. Can I just pop it in here? Top layer. Left. Nope, didn't work. Okay. Top layer left. Yeah, it already creates the one that I already had, which is really cool. Nice. Look at that. Ah, look at that. Wait, it looks so good. Like we still have to reverse the curls. But look at the shape of it. Look at the volume. Oh, look at the shape. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Oh. I love. Whoa. Thank you. Okay, let's fix that shit. Okay. So we just have to go into our modifiers, clumping, scroll down to curl, and just scoochy woochy these over. I'm gonna generate a new map. That's good, I like that one better. Yeah, fun fact about like the setup maps thing is every time you press generate, like these values stay the same, but it randomizes the placement of the clumping like guide things. So if you're not liking like the placement of curls and stuff, you're like, oh, these ones are overlapping in a weird way. Just generate a new one, try again. Just see what changes. Try some stuff out. Just fiddle around with it. You'll find one you like. It's pretty nice actually, I like it a lot. Yeah. So, I think I'm just gonna change a couple things on this one, maybe? Or maybe I'll just try generating a new map. Yeah, that's better, actually. That's quite a bit better. Maybe I don't need to change anything, because that's pretty nice. Okay, so maybe I'll leave that as is. I kind of feel like I want it a little bigger. That does not help. That is bad. I do love the way it looks from the back. Like, that's super pretty. That's super cool. That's awesome. It's really sick. Little tear. Nah, I'm just gonna try not to touch it because I will get obsessive. So now all we just want to do is just add, like, you can see how the hair goes boop right up here. Beautiful little part. So I want to make those changes just by adding like a new description. Such intense music. It's so exciting. It's so crazy. Okay. I'm scared. Okay, I pressed saved. I pressed save. I have saved. Not to worry. We are safe. Okay. Not scared. Why would I be scared? I'm not scared. Okay. New extra and description. We're gonna call it part. Part is too simple of a word. Like part means so many things. Parting, in like I feel like in England, like in British English, they call it your hair parting instead of your hair part. So I'll just call it that. I'll call it parting. Parting. Right. Is that all I have to call it? I think that's all I really need. That's specific enough, I feel like. Yeah. And I was also thinking, other than that, the other thing I was thinking of doing is maybe adding in like filler hairs to fill up, like, because obviously you can see like not all of my hairs are clumping together. Like I've got frizz. But I think you can do that via like noise modifiers and stuff, and also I probably won't do that on stream today. But that's just something I'm thinking about as well. That's something I have on the mind. So not worrying about that right in this very second though. That's already open. Silly. Okay, parting right. Existing collection here. Okay, placing and shaping guides. Create. Amazing, wonderful, show-stopping, brilliant, all those things. Wait, hold on. Should I do this by duplicating an existing description? I feel like possibly I should, because it would already have my modifier set up. No, I don't need that. That's silly. I'm a 3D artist. Every time I need to make something new, I'm like, don't start from scratch. Duplicate something that already exists. It's gonna save you work. Yeah, I can't stop myself. I feel like I need to. No, I can. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can work from scratch. I can work from scratch. I'm a big girl. Okay, let's do it. Let's work from scratch. La la la. I'm imitating the song. I'm not just singing just for fun. Real. Thank you for understanding. It's very true. It's just like, why would I ever do something from scratch? Oh wait, this is right. Yeah. 5. I think I want the like parting volume assist to just come down to like here, like bang length, like quite short. And like I do have some pieces of hair in there that are that length, because my hairdresser is my sister, so I know how it works, at least somewhat. So I think that's not totally inaccurate. Let's set length to 8. Probably more like 10 or 12. Set length to 12. That'll probably be good. And then we're gonna rebuild. We're gonna do 5. Let's try that. Also, something I discovered while working off camera was I do really enjoy moving the guides around using, if you go into guide control points and just using the move tool, it is quite nice. It does allow you to move it while being like ignorant of the length. So like the lengths aren't locked as they are when you're using the sculpt tool. You can see. It's just more familiar, I feel like, is probably the main difference. You know, I really thought when I placed you that you would imitate your brother, and you're not. Like, why aren't you? If I place 2 guides and then place a new one, it'll imitate the 2 that it's averaging with. And yet, not you. Explain that. Hold on. Top layer, make you small. Parting right. Why are no hairs coming into being? Let's try a mask. Watch as the artisan silently does her work. Do you guys think it's a my issue? Do you think it's frozen? Do you think it's like secretly being frozen right now? Well, that one's working. I've got to be honest, I don't understand what's happening. Parting right. Like, sure. Length. Doing nothing. I think I'm gonna restart Maya because I don't understand what's happening. Hee hee! Let's save. Save and close. Well, it closed instantly, so I'm like, that implies to me that there was no issue. I don't know, probably a my issue. Okay, I appreciate that. I hope it is. So that it should just be like solved when I reopen. If it's just like a bug. Is there like a checkbox or something set to 0? It's usually the case, isn't it? Hee hee, how fun. Bangs, beep, 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 and nothing. Okay. You know what? I bet I need more than one guide. I bet there needs to be more than one guide before it'll work. I bet that's what it is. I wanted to try it out with only one guide. Why did I want to do that? I don't remember why I wanted to do that, but there was a reason that I wanted to. And it doesn't matter anymore. Okay. My length was 12. I had it set to 5. I do find that after setting a length, I have to do a rebuild or it won't work. I don't know if that's an intended thing or just fun fact in my experience that's the case. Just in case anyone was wondering. Let's pop this up. The point of this is to have a lot of volume, so that's what we want to create. It just occurred to me, like, if you wanted to, you could totally create curly hair just by having guides that actually go, like, wow, wow, wow. I bet that would actually work. It would be really messy. It'd be hard to get it to work, I bet. But, like, you could. And it would be, like, incredibly exhausting and hard to, like, manipulate and work with. But it would be a thing you could do. Just a fun little note. Anyways. That looks good. Am I going insane? Do I have to press something after I finish my guides before they work? You certainly could. Yeah. You could. You could. I'm not saying you should. In fact, you really shouldn't. But you could. You could. I feel like I'm going crazy. I don't know why it's not showing up. Will they show up on the other side? No, they will not. I wish I remembered extra and to be more of help. That's okay, I get it. When I popped back into it again, I was like, oh wow, this is a whole ass thing. Okay, I'm gonna Google it because I don't know what this is about. Maya XGen. Primitives not spawning. Okay, so their solution was just fiddle with it. Like, that's not a solution, my friend. You just fiddle with it till it works. Also, speaking of my friend, holy shit. Beautiful. That shit's fucking gorgeous with the stuff you're making. Wow, look at those eyelashes and eyebrows. Holy shit. Those are so pretty. Oh my word. I don't think anyone has eyelashes that pretty, to be fair. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, they don't go that far to the corner of the, but like, we all wish they did. All of us. That would be great. I'm gonna try making a third guide, because they said in their thing that part of their solution was make a first one and then make a second and third. Hey! Okay, I guess you just need 3 guides before it works. Cool. That was wild. What a trip. Thank you guys for being here with me when I figure this shit out. This is so exciting. I love it. Okay, let me fix this shit. It's garbage. And I do want it to have a lot of volume at the root, because that's the whole point of you existing. That's the reason you're alive. Wait, you're not alive. That'd be really creepy and gross. You're not alive. Let's not pretend that's a thing. And you don't need to stick out super far. Not out, just up. I like to make sure that everything is sort of placed where I want it and good while it's straight before I add all my curl and stuff, because I do find that is like very helpful. Great success. Yes, thank you. I agree. This is a great success. I'm gonna move these. I'm gonna move you. Press and hold Control and click and drag to do that if you're curious. If you're curious. Let me hold on. Let me get some more volume. Okay. Almost there, folks. Almost there. You know what? I'm gonna go into control vertex mode. Beep beep. So helpful. This is really helpful. I love it. Meep. Meep. Okay, well I don't want you inside the friggin' haircut. That's kind of a lot. That's the music. That's the music going. Okay, this is almost what we want. Almost. That's probably gonna be good, honestly. Actually, I will move this over. Surely there's a point in there. Beep. Beep. Almost there, almost there. That's nice. That's quite nice. It's quite beautiful, I dare say. Ooh. Ooh. Yes. No. 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 There we go. Wait, no, this is all ugly. I need another guide. Hee hee. Okay, I need a 4th one right in there. Yep, that's how you can see that you needed one, is when The new one that you make in the spot where you need it comes out all ugly. That's how you know it was necessary. Because in theory, if you don't know how it works, when you place a new guide, it decides how to like initialize it, based on like the same sort of math that decides where the primitives will show up. So if you don't like the way your primitives are showing up, and then you place a guide, and you don't like the way the guide shows up, that's because you need a guide there. There you go. That's better. I think I'm gonna stick with that for now. Still don't like how it's sticking out a bunch. Could maybe tuck that in a bit more. Honestly, it doesn't really change too much. Maybe it does a bit. This feels like less of a guide issue and more of a density map issue, which I maybe won't worry about right now. Yeah, we'll make you longer though. Very intense music. Bom bom bom. Okay. And now, now this is what I'm wondering. I don't even know if I will make these curly. Maybe I think I'll add a curl, but I'll keep it very light because we don't actually want these to curl. We just want them to sort of seem like they're part of curly hair. Really? So I'm gonna do clumping modifier. We're gonna set up our clumping map, and I'm gonna keep the density pretty high. Yes, high density. So let's do like a 0.6. We do even higher than that. That's pretty nice. And I'm gonna keep my clump scale pretty high. Like that. And then I want to add a cut modifier. And I'm gonna have it be, and the cut modifier is gonna make this more jaggedy, right? And I do find, I don't know what this means, but when I add a cut modifier, you can see even with nothing happening, or even if I turn this to 0, it'll still do this. It changes something. I don't know what's changing, but it stops that if I turn keep param on. Then all it's doing is cutting instead of changing the whole shape. You can see. I don't know what that's about, but it's a thing, and that's how I fixed it. 2.5. Very nice. Very nice. We can do better. We can do better. Let's try 2. We can do even better. Let's try, well, let's go crazy. 3. Whoa, that's crazy. That's wild. Look at that. Fun fact, there is also a cut modifier, like effect thing in the clumping modifier. What that does is it randomly cuts the entire clump, which is pretty neat. So you can have different length clumps themselves rather than just the strands inside, which is cool. Doesn't really serve the same purpose as the cut modifier, but it's like the same in theory, so it makes sense that it would be called that. So, I mean, that's what it's doing anyways. I'm just thinking aloud. Okay, so I'm gonna pop a little curl on here. One never gets us anywhere. Like that, maybe. And then you can kind of see with that, like if I turn this back down to 0, it really adds some volume anyways, so it's kind of good. Look at that. See, now it's acting more like curly hair, right? Instead of being really smooth up there. But still, some of them are straight. I don't know what that issue is about. That's really weird to me. I feel like it has something to do with the density map, but I really don't know why. Like the clumps on the edges of the density map just become not curly. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know what that's about. But I don't know how to fix it, so I'm just gonna leave it for right now, at least. At least for right now, I'm gonna leave it. Actually, I want you to be a bit bigger. Maybe I'll increase the offset because I want it to fill up more space, and then increasing the clumping isn't helping that. Oh, I could increase the density of my clumps. That helps. It doesn't really give the same effect though. We're down to 0.9. I think I really like what we had going with 0.8. I think that's where it was at. I really like that. I think that's where it's at, honestly. I just need to make it work for me. I think maybe if I reduce the curl near the end. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but it helps. And I'm gonna make this cut modifier even more drastic. I feel like it really helps those fade in. No, 8 was good. Between... Ah. That's fine. Okay, so if we add in our top layer... So yeah, this is too straight, like it's not blending in right now. But! Look at how it's filling up that part. That's very helpful. Whereas before... Ugh, we're bald. Not bald anymore! Woo! Okay, so I'll just edit that modifier then. I'll bring that curl in. I think maybe it's just the truth of the matter. Yeah, that does blend it in. Other than those random ones that are being straight, I think this is better. I don't like how bald this feels though, because that one's underneath are straight. It is a predicament, is it not? Let's turn our offset up. I don't know why this is always the starting graph for offset. I'm sure there is a reason for it. You know what? What if I do the same thing as with the underneath layer and start with less curl? Even though I like the volume that it adds, what if I just make it a little less? And we can keep it there until we start curling. Right about when it's time to blend in with the rest of the hair. That really helps, I think. And then after that, it's just up to like increasing the density map, so that it just goes a little further to fill in those spots. I think that's all we really need. We add a little more curl. La 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 la. Hooray! Yeah, it's going well. Pretty happy. Do we have a flatness going on here? It looks like we have a flatness going on. We don't. Just looks that way. Okay, let's touch up that density map then. Because I think if we finish that up, we could finish this tonight. Just looking good. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. La, 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 la. Oh, this sounds like an ending song. Credits. Yep, what can I say? I'm pretty smart. I kind of know what I'm talking about. Okay. Parting right. Just want to add more white, basically. Bwamp, 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 save. Actually, let's actually save, like for real. Like for realsies. Why doesn't that feel to me like anything changed? Like, it doesn't look like there's any hairs growing from there. Y'all. Something's not right here. I'm just saying, something's not right. Like, if we just make the density go crazy, then obviously it fills in that baldness. But, like, we don't want to have to, like... Because this is, like, a reasonable amount of hair already. We don't need to... We should need to have more than that, I think. Bring it all the way down. Like, I don't feel like my hairs are growing from where I'm telling them to. Let's try... generating some new maps. It doesn't look like our density map updated. Maybe I need some more guides. What? Why is that how you're spawning? Okay, that's interesting. Did I just discover something? It seems like maybe it doesn't, when it's placing things, it like it doesn't average. Like, it'll only average if it's actually between them. Whereas if they're over here and you're placing one here, it just won't bother. That's annoying and weird. I don't like it. Fine. Let's make that one. Let's make it long. Let's do all the things. 12. Okay. Rebuild. 5. Okay. Sculpt. Bring it down. Okay. Cool, yes. Now it's adding some where we put a new guide. Okay, I just want to move it because I don't really like where it is. And now if I place a new one... Thank goodness. Okay, that's helpful. I don't need to edit that all over again. Okay, we're almost there, folks. We're almost there. I'm getting tired. I want to go to bed. Not really go to bed, but gotta go. Good luck with hairstyle. Okay, thank you for coming. I very much appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, hopefully we're almost done. That's better. I'm gonna do a quick regenerate that though. I don't love how this one's popping up. It's quite large and annoying. What do you think, folks? Other than this being sort of annoying and I need to fix it. Pretty good, huh? Look, we got our volume! Okay, let's edit it and get this over with. Let's clump. Curl effect. There we go. How's that? Oh, you should actually, I need to make sure that you're exactly 5. Shadow, shadow, shadow. I think that's pretty nice. I think that looks pretty nice. Me reckons it's quite pretty. Thank you! I appreciate it. I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. I think it's pretty good. Also, I'm wearing like a shit ton of makeup today. What do you think? Can you see? My camera is not very good. I've done makeup twice today because I'm practicing my cosplay makeup for the anime convention when it comes around. So I've been practicing, like, I just doing makeup like every single day just so I can get better at it. And I did like a bunch of stuff that I don't normally do. Like I bought a contour palette today. And I did like a eyeshadow like thing underneath here. Like where you like shade underneath the eye to make it look bigger. I don't know. I did a shit ton of stuff. My camera does not pick it up well, but when I did pop on stream at the beginning, I was like, oh damn, my eyes look more defined and large. So like even when the resolution is terrible and you can't really see why they look good, you can see that they look pretty good, which I think is good. Thank you for the compliments. Let's freaking duplicate this freaking thing and finish it up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's rock. Almost there. Almost there. We're so close. I'm just gonna move this reference over. I don't really need it right now. Almost there. We've been streaming for like an hour, according to my clock. Almost there. Almost there. Descriptions. Duplicate description. Save it. Yeah, frickin' save this. Save this frickin' thing. My neck hurts. I think because I use a laptop, I don't have a whole PC setup. I think my neck is a little bit bent. This is my posture right now when I'm working at my computer. I think it's not bad, but it's not great. You know, like ideally it'd be this, right? But like who actually has this? This is a fantasy world you're living in if you have this. Or just like a really nice studio, which I envy you. I'm happy for you for that. But that's not what I have. I have this, which isn't terrible. You know, it's not, right? But it's not the best. So just let's get this over with. And also my lower back deadlifts. So yeah, it's happening. It's happening. But we'll finish this and we'll be good. Parting left. Shiru, 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 shiru. Okay, select parting left, grab all of our guides, press the dupe or the symmetry button, and then grab all of the previous ones and delete them. Get them out of here. And then we gotta make it visible, so it's top layer left. Make you less of what you are. Parting left. Create map. This music is so pretty. Parting left. Mask. Lock. Create. Shiru. Shiru. Okay, we're almost there. Just want to mimic like sort of where the guides are. And yeah, I can kind of tell where the guides are if you're wondering. I know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, so then regarding the whole thing I was having where some of the hairs randomly are showing up and just not curling, like they're just straight. I don't know why. I think what that is what we discovered through making the right part. I think that's it's actually just there isn't a guide nearby, so it'll actually only. I don't know why this is. It doesn't really make sense to me why it's doing that, but apparently it'll only actually follow what it's supposed to do if there's a guide close enough to it, I guess, which I don't know why that's the case because I feel like the modifiers are separate from the guides, but I guess they're not. I guess they're sort of somehow connected. We're just, yeah, we don't have to dilly-dally wondering how that works. We can just go on with our lives. No clump guides found. That's fine. I know there aren't any clump guides found. That's not really what we're worried about right now. Right now we're worried about a density map, so just maybe do your job. Set up maps. I think we had 8. Let's save them. And then let's turn up our density. Pretty nice. I reckon that's pretty nice. Me ma tells me it's pretty nice. But we can add a little more, maybe? I don't know, I think it's pretty good. Yeah, it doesn't really need much more. Brum brum. Brum brum brum. La 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 la. Dude, I bet it sounds really terrible on your end when I sing along to the music. So I like probably shouldn't, but it's so fun. I just can't help myself. It's just like so fun. It's like so fun. Key. La 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 la. What's that at 16? Parting left. If we bring it up to 16, does it match? Yeah, it matches. Guys, we're so close. We just have to flip the curls, but like, oh, it's so pretty. Oh my word, it's so pretty. It is pretty though. It is really. I'm being serious when I say it's really pretty. I'm not happy with it. Almost there. Almost there. I just keep saying almost there because I'm like tired and I want to go like read my book and go to sleep. But we're so close. I just want to finish this. La 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 la. I could totally do math on this. Like 0.5 minus 0.184 and then add that amount to 0.5 and then there you go. It's like lore accurate to your... I'm stupid. No, I wouldn't do that. I would just take 0.184 and subtract that from 1 and then I'd get the answer. It's like lore accurate to your hair. Thank you. That's so nice. Such a nice thing to say. I'm really happy. I mean, I hope my hair looks like this because I think it's really pretty. Hey chat, who can do math in the chat? What's 1 minus 0.18? Just kidding, it doesn't matter. I just check it out. Ta-da! I did it. It's beautiful. Let me generate some new. Oh, you reckon that's better? Ooh. That's pretty. Look how pretty it is. Oh, that's crazy. That's like so wild. I don't know why there's that one bit that's really like low though. Is it you? You're not part of this. But it might be you. When I say you, I'm speaking to the guides directly. Just in case anybody's wondering if I'm talking to them, I'm not. Just, you know. Vabsolutely Vreet. It is wonderful. Thank you for both compliments. Okay. Like, it's fine. I'm sure it's just a club thing. It's fine. 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 It's like not a big deal. I just don't know why there's that one fucking bit that's fucking falling down. It's fine. Why would it be a problem? It's actually fine. It's like not a big deal. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Okay. I'm done. Guys, it's actually really pretty. I actually really like it. It's actually really pretty. I just have to put it in Unreal Engine. I should also make eyebrows and eyelashes before I do that though, huh? What do you think? No, I'll probably put it in Unreal Engine before I do eyebrows and eyelashes because eyebrows and eyelashes don't need to do like simulation and stuff that I'll be setting up in Unreal. Feels like it's pretty much exact. That's really nice. Thank you for saying that. I'm so glad you think so. Yeah, it's kind of freaking wild. Yeah, eyebrows, eyelashes, they don't need the sort of like simulation stuff that I'm going to be setting up in Unreal. I hope this music isn't too loud. Maybe I'll turn it down a bit because I feel like According to my levels, it looks like it might be a little loud. Yeah, so I'll be setting up simulation stuff in Unreal. Like letting it have gravity, and react to wind and movement and stuff like that so that I can do animations later. Just show some simulation things, but eyebrows and eyelashes won't have either of those happening to them. They will just be like cemented onto the mesh. So I think I will leave those be for now. Just once I'm 100% definitely satisfied with this, I will pop back into the stream and I'll be putting it into Unreal Engine. Oh, I guess I'll need to edit my like primitives to like have the like tapered edges and stuff like that too, I guess. But for now, they're in a lovely spot where I can definitely chillax and confidently stop streaming for tonight. Maybe go play some Tears of the Kingdom by myself. Doesn't that sound nice? Isn't it so nice to live in a world where you can play video games by yourself? What a privilege. Blessings, man. Anyways, thank you for stopping by the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I was gonna say I'm so glad you enjoyed it, but you might not have. You might have stuck around because you're masochistic and you love pain and you actually hate my stream. Who knows? I don't know your life. But either way, thank you for stopping by. Much love. And I will see you tomorrow. Almost definitely. I've been thinking about maybe starting streaming every day at noon because I don't have a day job, and that'd be like my day job until I get a day job because I am looking for a day job. But anyways, because like I don't have anything to do at noon. Anyways, so that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, thanks for stopping by.